What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, motivated educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Gamecock news update. Today, we are speaking about Luke Doty and the possibility of him transferring after this year or next year or maybe in the future because of the arrival of the quarterback room at South Carolina. But before I go any further, man, here's what I need you to do. One of three things. One, subscribe to the Patreon. I know some of you guys hearing this, Lucky, blah, blah, blah. Why you keep saying this? One, most of you guys that watch the video are not subscribed. So this is your first time hearing about it. Two, you get exclusive content from Lucky Murray. That's Gamecock news. Any video I drop on YouTube, you usually get it first over there before I post it on YouTube. Also, you get a podcast in the nosebleed with Lucky Murray. I'm also working on different interviews and stuff like that. So if you want to be exclusive, man, go to patreon.com/Lucky Murray. 2, subscribe to the channel, hit notification bell, like the video, man. Let's run the like game up. And also share the video. It helps out a ton, man. Don't be stingy with the share button. If you can't subscribe, if you cannot support me on Patreon, you can certainly share the video. So let's get into this, man. So this right here is almost like a topical video. It's not something that is set in stone. It's not something that I know or have intel on. It's something that I've just been wondering, and I want to kind of bring it to you guys. And let's have an open conversation about this, right? Luke Doty, the 4-star recruit out of Myrtle Beach, was a very coveted player. I believe he won Mr. South Carolina in football. I think 2019. I think that's the year he came out of high school. I may be wrong. I may be right. I think it's 2019. And was a coveted recruit for the Will Muschamp era. And we saw that he had potential when he was inserted into the lineup last year, while the season was kind of tanking, and showed promise. You know, if we look at the 2020 season, he was had 43 completions, total of 71 yards, 60% completion rates, 504. He averaged 5.7 yards on the ground. He had 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. His longest was 35. He had 103 yards passing. I think that's passing per game. I don't know. I probably read the stat wrong. But you understand what I'm saying. He showed promise. And coming into this year, he was actually the only scholarship quarterback for a while. I know we signed Colton Gaither. I think he was a 3-star kid out of Georgia. And then Jason Brown came in. So our quarterback room was, as my friend Walt say, it wasn't bare, it was just inexperienced. I like that word. And then coming into this year, right? Luke Doty was the clear-cut favorite, even though Jason Brown was talked about amongst the fans, not the coaches, amongst the fans that, hey, he can take the job. Luke Doty everybody knew that he was the guy that should start day one because of the departure of Ryan Haliski going to Northwestern and the lack of inexperience at the quarterback position. Jason Brown, yes, he has quarterback position, but not quarterback experience at the FCS level. It's the difference between FCS and FBS level. Even though FBS level, excuse me, I said FCS. FCS is I don't understand why we call it the FCS and the FBS because both of them have championships. They need to kind of fit. I liked it better when it was NCAA, AA, and single A. I like that better. So the difference between AA and single A. So when he got hurt during the preseason practice, somebody rolled his ankle, and Zeb Noland had to come in. The guy who was the coach, the grad assistant, who came from North Dakota State, came in and helped us win 2 games. Luke Doty was back against the game against Georgia. Played okay. He played okay. I got the stats right here. He was 13 for 26 from 153, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And then he came again the next Saturday against UK. That was the 16-10 loss. I thought this game quarterback play probably would have helped us along the way. Just to be honest, I just felt like that UK game, we should have won that game. Man. I truly feel like we could have won that game. but we lost. Running game wasn't there. We couldn't really move the ball, couldn't really score the ball. The game against Troy, 23-14. He was 20 for 34, 255, 1 touchdown. And then the game against Tennessee where we lost 45-20, he only had 19 for 31, 167, no touchdowns, no interceptions. And then the game that he got injured in Vandy, he was 17 for 27, 242, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But Zeb Noland came in and bailed us out. So not necessarily, impressive numbers, but up until that point, we were just winning games that we were supposed to win. That Kentucky game that he started, I think that we should have won that game. I feel like when you look at different things, and when his injury happened and he was done for the season, Jason Brown and Zeb Noland respectively came in and helped the team go 6-6. We'll see if we'll win our 7th game in a few days. With the arrivals of the different quarterbacks, is there any room for Luke Doty, who's now this year was the man on campus? He was the starter. He was the guy that the coaches was raving about. The guy that there was even comparison between him and Drew Brees. Marcus Satterfield said, "Hey, look, he reminds me a little bit like Drew Brees out there." And now he may be the guy in musical chairs who's left standing when everybody's in a chair sitting down. And is he a bad quarterback? I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Is he an SEC caliber quarterback? I don't know. What does that mean? The SEC caliber quarterback is somebody who can definitely understand complex defenses, is not rattled under pressure, can make great plays, is not pressured easily, and can excel over elite competition. Because in the SEC, this is elite competition. Every defense that you're going to play every Saturday is going to be elite in the SEC. Even Vandy. People sleep on Vandy. It's like, look, dude, they're an SEC school, and, that's no walk in the park. You try to go to Vandy and win games in the SEC. And with our goal to, get back to where we was at in the early 2010s, as far as a perennial team competing in the East, vying for SEC championships. When I say vying, if we didn't win one, but every year we was that team between 2009, between 2014 or so, 2013, I believe. We was a team that was, hey, look, South Carolina should win the East. Did we do it? We only won it one time. That was in 2010. A few of those times we lost games that we shouldn't lost. With us trying to get back at that particular, competing for the East Championship and trying to play in Atlanta, is Luke going to be the guy? No, he was probably never going to be the guy. To me, Luke Doty, his arm motion, his throwing is okay. It's not great. He was hurt. That's why he didn't move in the pocket like that with his foot. But he just didn't seem like he moved the needle forward. It was almost like he was a guy that kind of maintained the status quo. And in this competitive world of college football, you can't just be status quo guy. So will he transfer? I think it's a very high possibility. Because think about this. Next year, you're fighting against 3 guys. You got 2 new guys, 2 4-star guys that's coming in, and you got Spencer Rattler, who probably is going to play 2 years. He's probably going to play next year unless he has a really great season and then goes off to the NFL. So you mean to tell me that Luke Doty is going to wait 3 years? Actually, next year is his 3rd year. The next year will be his 4th year, and I think he has another year. So he has 3 years left of eligibility if he wants it. You mean to tell me he's going to wait another 2 to 3 years just to wait on his turn at South Carolina? Who does that in 2021? Who waits 4 to 5 years to wait on their turn? And this is a unique case because he's already had his opportunity. And I just think that as, great of a story he is, a hometown kid, went to the home state school. I think it may be time for Luke Doty to kind of transfer to look for another opportunity. If I was Luke, I would step down. I would go to the AA FCS level, play there and get his bearings together because he has potential. But at the same time, the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. Go out there, go to FCS level. School, you could go to plenty of them, especially in-state schools, that would take you and help you and utilize your talents. And so you can kind of redevelop some of those things that you're lacking. Because a lot of times that Division I, just this top tier football level, a lot of people's confidence can get shaken if they're not prepared, right? I mean, it's a lot. I can go on about people who have not succeeded at the high level after being a stud in high school. So here's what I need you to do, man, because I could talk on about this, What do you think about this? In the comment section below, do you think that Luke Doty is going to transfer? Please write that in the comment section below. And also, join the Patreon, man. Patreon.com/Lucky Murray. I'm going to have to keep pushing that, man. I'm trying to get 10 Patreons by the end of this month. That's the goal. So listen, I got 2 already. Please be the next one. I can't get to 10 unless I get to you. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want more information like this. Once again, it's the entertainer, motivator, educator. Please don't forget all 3. Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock news update. Today we talk about Luke Doty. Will he transfer? Yes or no? I think he will. If it's not this year, it's probably going to be next year. You let me know what you think about the comment section below. Like always, until next time, people.